Hi everyone, and welcome again to our USN travel talk. Nice to see that we got people on board already here waiting for us, and we are doing our Destination Asia travel talks series here, and they're doing some updates on different countries around in Asia. And especially since we're hearing news about some countries might open, some maybe not, some are on the way to open as well. And today I'm going to talk with Olivia from Destination Asia in Malaysia. And we're going to go through a little bit how Malaysia is doing and when we can expect to see some of our familiar places there. Just before we starting, I see there's a few live. And of course, everyone who might be listening afterwards, you are getting, of course, this one replay of this here after 24 hours. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock, you will have that in your inbox. For those who are live, just a little bit on the housekeeping. You can ask questions on the chat, which is there, and Olivia and I will answer back. I will just voice it over to Olivia, so I'll keep ahead of that. And then and for everyone who wants to maybe even speak, there is a possibility actually to raise your hand as well on there. And I think I'm just going to say welcome, Olivia.
Thank you for having me, and good morning, everyone. And thank you for taking time to join us on our travel talks. And today it's about Malaysia. So feel free to ask any questions you may have. I'll try my best to answer them.
Yeah. What time is it your time now?
Right now it's 4 p.m. We just finished a rain shower here, and it's bright and sunny now. So it's normal here. You know, sometimes it rains, torrential rain, and then it stops after 15 minutes. So then the sun comes up again.
Yeah, you're getting towards summertime, of course, and summer can be a little bit more. It rains maybe than in the winter time as well, isn't it, in Malaysia?
Yes, but the best part about our rain is that it's not cold rain like what you have back home. You know, we can still have our activities on under the rain. You know, so it's normal. Unlike back home where you have chilly rains. Yeah, so we don't have that here. So
no. So and I was thinking actually I spoke to someone in Denmark. As everybody knows, I'm based at the moment in Dubai during the pandemic. But I spoke to someone in Copenhagen, and it's soon 20 degrees in Copenhagen or in Denmark. So I think, and even south of Sweden as well. So they're looking at a couple of days, of course, nice weather, but you never know what's happening afterwards on that things as well. So so of course we're gonna how long have you been working with Destination Asia, Olivia?
Destination Asia Malaysia started in January 2011. I joined on the 18th of January 2011. So it's been 10 years.
Gosh,
plus a few months.
Yeah.
So one of the pioneer teams. We started with 5 team members, and now we have, of course, with the reduction on team members due to these unforeseen circumstances, we have about 30 team members right now.
Okay, but still a quite large team left in there. I think what we do is start on the presentation, because it's nice to have a presentation just to hang something in, and we have a few videos so we more can visualize how things are as well, and what and of course what we are all interested in is the how things are working at the moment in Malaysia as well, and we get into numbers. I think if you just look in the future, what do you think? When do you think you might be able to welcome Scandinavians or the Nordic people back again to Malaysia?
Well,
if you had that glass ball, in front of us and saying, okay, I am predicting,
I mean, we would hope by end of this year, for the fourth quarter. But from the looks of reality, with the vaccination stages taking place, not only for Malaysia, but other countries as well, I think it's safe to say that 2022 will be the kickstart to all travels, safe to say. But we do see requests for MICE programs, smaller ones, MICE incentive programs, leisure travelers requesting for traveling in the month of October, November, December. But then again, it's a look and see situation. And of course, our suppliers and us, Destination Asia Malaysia, we are understanding in terms of any postponement due to COVID is postponed without a fee. We will try as much as we can to maintain the rates. So on the practical side, is early 2022. We see things happening.
Yeah. And at the moment, borders are closed for everyone, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just internal kind of traveling.
Domestic traveling, around.
So I think what we do is we start straight on the kind of presentation, so they see us down in the bottom there. But and like I said, for everyone, just feel free to ask any questions on it. And like you said, with Destination Asia, we had a few presentations and we have seen this one a few, but you can just kind of quickly remind us about Destination Asia.
As you all may know, Destination Asia Network consists of 11 countries in Asia, and our core businesses includes meetings and incentive, the leisure travel business, and of course, we are the shore excursion provider for some major cruise lines.
Yeah. And I think it's good to know as well, if you go into the website, I think it's that I like the numbers saying you got 17 CSR projects in action.
Yes, we have been quite actively being recruited as part of Travel Life certified members. So we are working towards that. I think recently this year, our Destination Asia Japan have accredited as a Travel Life partner. So Malaysia is working towards it. And one of the Travel Life criteria is that, we have to be involved in CSR project, taken a more sustainable role in our tour products as well, which I will be elaborating in the next few slides as we move along.
Okay.
And for your information, we are just to support and to respond to your questions related to health and safety around traveling in the current climate in Asia. Destination Asia has produced a series of travel in Asia COVID-19 documents for each of the operating countries, and these include Malaysia as well. Do let us know if you need the link to download any of these documents for any of our 11 DA countries. We'll be able to send them over to you easily. Yeah.
And I think there also you have on the website.
Yes, we have the COVID-19 report site. Now, this site provides weekly updates to the situation, the regulations, and the restriction being imposed around all the 11 Destination Asia countries. This will definitely help you and your clients plan around travel reopenings. So if you don't have the link yet to our COVID-19 report site, do let us know. We'll be happy to send them over to you.
Yeah. And I think it's good. It's because that's a weekly update you're doing, isn't it? On this one. Yeah.
Yes.
So you will have all the accurate informations.
Correct. And Malaysia, the current situation on the ground. I am pleased to share with you two videos. Let's start on the upon arrival SOP first. This will provide you an insight as to what happens as soon as you exit off your aircraft, as you walk through the airport, and when you arrive to your vehicle for your transfer to the hotel. So if we can start the first travel SOP video.
Yeah. So we do. This is actually upon arrival. So when we are able to arrive into either Kuala Lumpur or any other airports, this is with the procedures coming up.
Yes, correct.
But before we begin our venture, let's go through some new traveling essentials. If you've traveled before, you are definitely familiar with going through security checkpoints and immigration. This time, however, there is an extra step because tourism stakeholders care for your well-being. Don't forget to always have a face mask on, practice social distancing, constantly check if you're feeling well, and always sanitize your hands. As we do our part, tour guides, travel operators, dive operators, hotels, and resorts will do their part by taking extra steps to ensure our safety. Welcome to Sabah.
There you go. And I'll find the slides again, because the next one we have, I can't hear you. You need to take a
Sorry, it's the hotel rooms preparation SOP as regulated by our health ministry. And every clients will have to, every hotels would have to go through this procedure right after clients check out or before they check in. So
okay, so this is kind of upon check-in, you see what's been happening with your room, and
yes,
probably also when you check out.
Correct.
Okay. There we go. So the only what I was thinking about, Olivia, is that on there you still saw the QR code.
Yes.
So you're still doing the QR codes, which most of the Asian countries are doing at the moment. That every time you go into a place or a restaurant or a museum or anything, you need to scan.
Correct.
Is that an app you need to download before you're arriving then?
Yes, you need to download the My Sejahtera app. This will help this will help in any contact tracing. So wherever establishments that you go to, be it a laundromat or just a hypermarket or a supermarket, shopping mall, sightseeing places, restaurants, hotels, that is required for you to scan in.
Okay, but you as a DMC will tell them or show them how to download that app and
yes,
what to do.
We will let them know at the time of booking or or prior to their travel that what are the steps that you need to actually do. And one of them is, yes, you have to download this app prior to your arrival.
Okay, so you will do the whole...
bringing all the face masks and the hand sanitizers and all.
Exactly, which we all know at the moment. So more or less the whole world has started to implement those, things. It took a bit of a while everybody did it, but even Scandinavia now is getting used to face masks and sterilizing and, or hand sanitizer and distance. So they're doing. So let's continue on what else you have to talk with us about.
Yes, this is Destination Asia Malaysia's measures taken during programs. This is only a few of them. Let's go through it. For example, our drivers are required to wear face masks throughout, and hand sanitizers will be provided on board our vehicles at all time.
Yep.
Guides go to wear face masks throughout as well, and maintain a 1 meter distance from passengers.
Yep.
Every vehicles will be sanitized and disinfected after every transfer and after every program. Limited capacities in vehicles, for example, coaches, where the capacity is 40-seater, is being limited to 20 passengers at a time. So we make sure you are spaced out.
Exactly. So that means basically 50% capacity.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
And Destination Asia Malaysia also will be supplying antibacterial wet wipes for all the passengers.
Yeah.
Upon arrival, during tour programs, and as you depart your restaurant venue. At the same time, drivers and guides are being briefed as to what will they need to do if, let's say, there are any passengers displaying any symptoms. And for example, if you have a walking tour, we will have to have a smaller group size. For example, we are limiting one guide to 10 passengers.
But I think that also is going to be a little bit what's coming up. I think people don't want to be in big groups. So I don't think that automatically will be, something which is going to be requested by people, that they don't want to be in big groups. So I think a group of 10 people is maximum what people would, want to be in as well. So you're kind of just adjusting to future, I think, demand basically is happening as well.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So you're saying, so any vehicle you're coming into from destination, at least there will be hand sanitizer there, so you can sanitize yourself going in and out of the vehicle, or touching, when you've been touching points and stuff like that. And
yes, that is actually the requirement by the Transport Ministry, which coordinates with our Health Ministry. So when travel resumes, everyone, whatever vehicle that you may be booked for. From coach to vans, from vans to cars, every vehicles must have a hand sanitizer for every passengers. Yeah.
And overall, you can say it's a 50% kind of reduction on the capacity you're having.
Correct.
Is that and also at the hotels? So can a hotel have 100% capacity or filled up, or have reduced capacity in the hotels as well?
Well, we do have reduced capacities, but at the same time, it's very much depending on the venue of the hotels. Rooms are being, of course, you have your own private room, which is fine. But the capacity of the hotel restaurants, the hotel's pool, and the hotel's public area. So the hotels do have a capacity limit as to how much clients can be in per day.
Okay, so be at the place per day, so like on the pool or around the pool at the same time.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a little bit what you've been doing, while there has been less people coming in. So you've been keeping busy.
Yes, we have taken 2020 as a opportunity to relook into what we have not done or have been shoved behind the shelf. We are always saying that we are busy, but I guess 2020 has given us a very different outlook into many things that we are doing. So and one of it is to really into all of our products and see how best we can develop or redevelop these products to approach our sustainability efforts. Because in Destination Asia Malaysia, we are working towards being Travel Life certified.
Yep.
So these are the small steps that we have taken right now to ensure that when travel resumes, we have this in place. For example, we are no longer using cold towels that we were using before. We are now moving towards wet wipes provided by Cloversoft, which is a bamboo-based, non-chemical bleaching or cleaning. It's antibacterial and it biodegrades in 6 months under landfill conditions.
Okay, because that was actually my question when I saw the other slide that was saying you're doing wet wipes, and so wet wipes is not really sustainable. But of course, when you're doing this in terms of looking at what kind of wet wipes you're using, that makes it easier.
At the same time, by us supporting the purchase of Cloversoft's products, a portion of the sales goes to the Polar Bear International Foundation, and in its efforts of saving polar bears. So we kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, exactly. Cloversoft, can I ask you, is where that company is based? Cloversoft, is that in a European company, or is it?
Well, they have offices around Asia.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's an international. Yeah, I'm not sure, but they have it around Asia so far from what I can see.
Okay, I was just thinking about, since they're supporting polar bears, that's what I'm more or less, since they've gone all the way up north to support those bears. That was but that's something I can check into, I can do. And of course, you're back to plastic bottles.
Yes. As much as we want it to be convenient for us, so we have to think globally now. So what we are going to do is we're going to reduce the use of one-time use plastic water bottles. We will replace them with drinking water that comes in a Tetra Pak, which is safe and sustainable packaging. So this will be used instead of the one-time use plastic water bottles.
Okay, and for the watering, I know that many places during the pandemic there has been, because lots of us here in Scandinavia, we have our refillable, bottles which refill water. Will there be places where you can refill your bottle as well around when you maybe are touring around in Malaysia, or have they? I know some places have stopped it because they found, they're afraid of contamination and stuff like that. So, but will it be possible to refill your bottle with water, like drinking water?
Yes, what we'll do is the best part about sustainability and how we approach it is that we need to get everyone involved. It's not only a one-man effort or an organization, or one organization. So what we are doing is we are approaching our suppliers, and that will be hotels, that will be restaurants, venues, and sightseeing places, to help us put in a water dispenser, a safe one. And for hotels, we are also supporting them in terms of, are they moving towards away from one-time use plastic water bottles? So and the tour programs that we will have to design, it have to be making stops at these places so that clients can easily get their water refilled.
Okay, good. So it is in the program, so they're looking, so you're doing that as well.
Yes.
And the last thing I see is, of course, supporting local communities, which I think is also going to be very important, I think, moving forward, because customers now are looking at more of an experience, getting to learn the cultures, and also want to give something back. So Correct. Is there possibility for your Scandinavian customers, when they're coming to Malaysia, is there a possibility for them to give something back as well?
Yes. Like, for example, what I've been mentioning, going through sustainability, we can't do it alone as an organization. So, for example, this one, Eastern and Oriental Express train, we are the ground handler for this train. And they are also approaching this they're also approaching sustainability. So with us both working together as partners, we come out with programs that supports local communities. So even with clients coming in with the Scandinavian market, yes, because we have started this back in 2019, and we will continue to do so, getting involved with the local community and experiencing their day-to-day life. This is what we want to be a part of.
So for us, if we have Scandinavian or any of the travel agents, or even if someone listening to afterwards as well, so for them to be able to give something back to community, what way can they do it then in terms of that?
Well, what we do, for example, with the Eastern and Oriental Express train, we work with a local village, and this local village is near a paddy field. We will, and a lot of small Malay houses that is scattered along the village. So by interacting with the local villagers, they get to share experiences, plus we are able to support them in terms of day-to-day communication with foreign tourists, that would help them elevate their language skills, that will also help them elevate their local income For example, some of them are small local traders. So by having the passengers there, they are able to, have a little exchange in, gifts, exchange in cooking opportunities. Of course, all this is built up into the program when it comes to monetary. So in other words, we are giving them working opportunities as well.
Okay, good. So it's actually by visiting them, you are putting up some opportunities. So the monetary exchange will be on behind scenes in terms of that. So it wouldn't be anything in how we approach them, but it will be something behind. So you're keeping them being able to live a living and also earning some money on that. So you do maybe, like you said, cooking opportunities or possible to do some cooking course or like learning a little bit on how local community is working. So
yes.
Yeah. And then of course I know you've done this, we talked about the sun bears before.
So we have been very strong partners with the Borneo Sun Bear Conservation Center, and what have we been up to for the past few months is that we have been collaborating with them and wanting to know how can we help further. And even though the borders are closed and the sightseeing places are closed because of the lockdown, the center still needs to operate. So back in November 2020, we actually host a virtual run, and just in view to raise some funds for the center. So and the funds that we raise through participation is just a small amount, but it helps, keeps, and continues to provide care for the residents of the Sun Bear. Okay. So we email blast them out. We encourage everyone to participate, along with our Destination Asia Malaysia staff and all the 11 Destination Asia countries. So the participation was very welcome, and we managed to raise a good amount of fund for the center. And we are planning to do it again sometime this year, but we have yet to fix the date because we need to also consult with the center when it's best for them.
Okay, so but for the virtual run, it's kind of, how does it work? Did it work with that in terms of that? So are you including the Sunburst Center as well into the virtual run, or are you because the virtual run mainly isn't it that you run in the area you are actually in? So I could run here and you can run in Malaysia, but people can run in Copenhagen or in Stockholm or in Oslo or where they're based.
Correct. So we will set a target if the distance, and we will make it fun for them. I mean, we don't want it to make it stressful. Okay. So when we say virtual run, it is that based on where the country you are from, we will set the winner of the run, the top 5, or we can even set it the top 10. Okay. They will have the opportunity to have a virtual tour with the founder and CEO of the center.
Okay.
Live.
Okay, excellent. So when you have the next one, you probably announce it so we can maybe also see if there's any Scandinavians who wants to join into that one as well. Yeah. And then we are a little bit on that. I'll find the video which you said us a little bit what you've been doing, and also on the more virtual part of what you've been doing on the events. Yes. Or
well, this is part of the events that we are doing. Everyone is talking about hybrid events, virtual tours. So even though air travel is restricted and our borders remain closed, we here at Destination Asia Malaysia continue to strive to bring Malaysia to you at any means possible. So recently we had completed a virtual tour of Malaysia for a university in the United States, where it is attended by over 60 MBA students. And we would like to share with you the behind-the-scenes preparation of the virtual tour of the icons of Malaysia.
Okay.
Action. 3, 2. Hi, a very, very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, for all of us from here in the Far East. My name is Raymond, and it's truly a pleasure to showcase to you my amazing country, Malaysia. We will be taking a 3-minute break. We will consider all the questions and we'll get back to you on the answer. We will begin a 10-minute Q&A session. Our first question. Alright, we have come to the end of the program. Before we wrap up, we hope you enjoyed the icons of Malaysia. Thank you so much for being here with us. Bye for now and see you down the road. Take care.
There you go. And then we are, let's see, doing the whole thing. This is, of course, that's a little bit how your virtual or hybrid events can work on. And you got a little bit on what's coming up.
Yes. We see more as travel resumes based on what the requests that we have been receiving lately. We do see that the requests are more for young adventurers right now, affluent travelers that looks and sought for smaller boutique properties, especially the ones with private pools, like private villas, and like what you have mentioned, shying away from large groups, traveling on their own by their families, or like a couple of people that they know. So more requests comes in on private basis that we are able to see right now. That will be the trend. And at the same time, because everyone has been on lockdown, everyone want to see, want to experience. So a lot of requests are coming in for more experiential programs that is curated for the individual travelers wants. And we are lucky that we have a lot of destination here in Malaysia that is able to cater to young adventurers, the affluent travelers. And we have destinations such as Langkawi, Penang, Kuala Lumpur, and even Borneo, where wildlife watching opportunities is there. And a lot of our clients currently, our request that we receive is very much into wildlife watching. So Borneo is the best spot for young adventurers, affluent travelers, and provides the wildlife watching opportunities. So the next video you will see just a teaser.
Yeah,
it's just a teaser of what you will be able to see when travel resumes.
Okay, I'll get the video playing.
So this is during one of our jungle treks, jungle walks, where clients were able to see a wild orangutan. And if you're to spot closely during some of the river cruises, our clients were able to spot a herd of pygmy elephants by the river banks. And of course, our proboscis monkey, which is not hard to recognize with its protruding nose. And the cruise along Kinabatangan River, which provides ample wildlife watching opportunities.
There you go. I think we managed to get everything in, didn't we?
I think we did.
Yes. And I see we don't have too many questions, but I think it's very explanatory itself, and for people, I think it's more of getting an update. Also, what kind of product you've been working on, I think, as well, especially for travel agents, what's happening, and also what's the trends. Like you said, with the request you're getting in, you can see there's more boutique hotels, maybe younger people, more adventurous people going for wildlife, and then if they want to have a beach, you're going for smaller resorts, not the big ones as well. So I think that goes with the general trend coming out too as well. But it's great, and I think we almost nail it to our 30 minutes, which we should do. So it's been good, and I think like you said, with these CSR project, like if for the bear project you're having that's in Borneo, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Solar bear. Yeah. If people want to get involved with that, I know that some people saying like, how can we get involved with some of these CSR projects? So if you are travel agents, how can you get involved with some of these projects?
Well, voluntary works are not recommended because of the safety of the animals, because at the end of the day, these animals will be released back into the wild. So the lesser human interaction, the better. But there are always ways that we can get involved when it comes through projects, be it FIT travelers or even incentive programs. For example, the one that we had was prior to COVID. We had a group of 100 passengers that came into Malaysia, and they were having their event in Penang. And they were having their group tours, and it's part of an Amazing Race program. So the winner of the Amazing Race program, they were given an adoption certificate of the Bornean sun bear. So even though the event is held in other parts in Malaysia, we are able to tie it in if the clients are interested in. So this provides the opportunity for a renewal of another year on the sun bear adoption for the clients, for the winners, if they want to. So this is something we can look at, apart from providing funds and all, but we want to make it fun. So
but this is something the travel agents can contact you as well and saying, is there any way we can help? Is there any way we can, engage in this? Because I think a lot of travel agents also looking for, CSR project that kind of also makes sense for them to be involved. And some maybe want to be involved in Asia, or someone wants to be involved somewhere else. But this is something they can talk to you about as well and contact you how they can get involved. Excellent. Thank you very much, Olivia. And it's almost like have a good evening to you because you're coming to the end of your work day. While, most of the people are starting their work now in Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. And tomorrow for Denmark and Norway, they got holiday already tomorrow. I think Sweden has a half day, what they're saying, on Thursdays. But it's Easter, of course. So people are going towards Easter. Yeah. So I think I will say a happy Easter to everyone who's on it or listening to us tomorrow. And then happy Easter to you too, Olivia.
Thank you. Thank you
again. And thank you for being with us and taking the time.